Now let's look at how we can delete a post. So just for viewing purpose, I added some CSS to align this page. So other than that, there is nothing else. So let's start writing the delete method. So basically right now, within the API, we have posts. Within the API, we have posts. Since we are not passing any parameter other than directly calling the post, so this folder structure works. But when it comes to if we want to pass some ID to delete, if you want to delete, we need to pass the ID like this, right? So for that type of scenario, this particular folder structure won't work. So let's alter the folder structure to make it possible to delete the record. So that particular folder structure will be, so within the API, first thing we need to create a folder with posts, and let's move this one inside this. So basically Next.js follows very much strict folder structure, so we have to abide by those rules, otherwise it won't work. So now I will rename this to index.ts. Okay, so since we are hitting posts, if we say index.ts, we no need to call this name. Instead with this it will work. Okay, let's just check this. So I restarted the server. Now if you see, it is still working. All these three posts are available. Now let's write the delete. Okay, to write the delete within this posts, since we wanted to pass the ID, so there is a specific notation in Next.js. This is how we have to create a file and pass the ID. Okay, then only it will work. Okay, let's write the delete method first. Okay, so for this, let me import Next.js request, Next.js response, and we can replicate the same from here. We can copy the Prisma client. Okay, since these two are in the same file, we no need to alter any folder structure here. And let's just copy this get method. Let's just copy this whole method and we will modify. So within this, now we need delete. So let's remove this one and let's change it to delete. And if you want to delete, we will get the ID of the record. So let's say post ID. It will be coming as part of the request parameter query dot ID, so that it will get the ID. And for delete, so this is how we need to write the delete method. And if you want to delete it, we need to pass the ID in the where condition in regular SQL. So the same way we'll add where and we'll pass the ID. And since database data type is number, we'll pass it ID. Oh, okay, post ID. Okay. Now once it is deleted, we'll say post deleted. Okay. Now the API URL is going to be localhost 3000 API posts and ID. That with this in that format it will hit. Okay. Now we have the API ready. Let's write the UI code to delete the record. So currently we have 3 records. So since we want to delete, I'll add a delete button here so that we can delete these records. So this is where we are displaying. Okay. I'll go here. I'll add a button. So I'll add a button. I'll add a specific class name just to make it look blue. Background color. This is a Tailwind CSS. No need to worry about CSS right now. I'll add the white color text and make it rounded. Okay, now this one I'll add, it is the delete. Okay, for this there will be click action. So on click event, on click of this, we'll go to, we'll add a delete function. For this, if I want to delete, I need a post ID. Okay, now let's add this function on the top. Let's just copy and paste this. Let me copy the delete post, and post ID will be the parameter, and we'll get ID. It is of a number. And now for this one, we pass the ID. So this will be the ID that will be appended to the URL, and this will be a delete method, and there will be no request body. Since this is delete, we just pass the ID to delete it. And once it is deleted, since we are not creating anything, let's just keep it like this. So now let's look at whether it is working or not. Now we have posts here. Let me just delete the last. Okay, let me check. Okay, there are 3 records. Okay, I'm just deleting the first one. So now if you see, record got deleted. Okay, so this is how we can delete the record. Page is not refreshed. Now let's refresh the page. So there are only 2 records right now. If you see, there are only 2 records. So the record got deleted.